Hello, housemate WanniXHandi. So because today is Monday, I'm going to sing you a song. I'm not going to make it easy on my haters.
Hello, Ruthiee. You're welcome to the Out Syd by Pulse. Hi. How do you feel? How do you feel right now?
I'm trying to suck everything in, so I'm okay. I think I'm good. I felt a little bit down earlier, but
First of all, the outfit, you look really good. The outfit is,
Thank
you passed the assignment. You passed the assignment. You excelled, yeah.
Oh, I'm glad.
All right, so how do you feel about your eviction? A lot of people online were like, Ruthiee left with a bang. Do you agree?
I do agree, and I wish I could do more.
What is the more that you would have done?
Because those girls were really taking a piss, and the thing is, people were too scared to stand up to themselves, But I'm glad I did what other people didn't have balls to do.
So speaking about the girls, what do you think about the twins?
I think they have a strategy and they're fooling people and everybody is. Anyways, before the house, there's this connection a lot of them had before the house. There were some friendships outside before the house and there are other neutrals. So we fell in the part of the neutrals that didn't know most people before then. So they formed an alliance and it's working for them. And those girls, I read through them ever since. The reason why I've not really had like a proper conversation, I'm not sure I sat with them at any time to have a conversation because I saw through them as I saw other people. So.
All right. So during your verbal altercation with the twins, a lot of things were said, right? So were those claims true or were they just based off of the heat of I know when you're arguing, you just want to start, saying a lot of things. Were they true or just the heat of the moment?
70% were true.
Interesting. So what do you think about their reaction when you were evicted?
I was expecting it. I mean, what do you expect from classless people?
Interesting. So did you consider your partner and how your altercation with the twins will affect her game?
Yes, I did. And that's what I did from the beginning of the show because there were so many lines that was cursed earlier. And I tried to, I was actually very considerate because she knows me that if you tell me something, the way I perceive it or I'm interpreting it is the way I react real quick, But I don't know if you listen to my diary sessions, I kept complaining to Biggie and like, Biggie, I'm a ticking bomb. I'm going to blow up. But then again, when I think about it, I know my partner, she's very cool. She's very reserved. She's the opposite of me. She likes to think things through. She'll be like, you don't have to react to everything because people will know this and use it against you and come for you every time because they know you're going to react. So take your time, and all of that, But this thing that happened on Sunday, the Sunday Ebuka mentioned it would have happened. But then again, I was like, let me pull back a little so it doesn't escalate. I wish I did because, I'm seeing the buzz outside and I'm like, what? You people did not give me.
All right. So how would you describe your relationship with other housemates? Did you bond with anyone aside Mayor Floruish and your duo?
So I think everybody in the house put up a facade, You will see somebody come out and they'll be like, you look good today, you do this. I'm not saying a lie, but you're just trying to, I would call it fake friendship with people. And I didn't greet people I didn't want to talk to because I didn't even want, because a lot of people in the house were opposite of what they were doing, you know. Body language is different from what you say, you know. Your actions and what you say did not tally. So first week I went into the house, you know, I was kind of reserved because I don't really let people into my space. I'm very big on family and loyalty and friendship. So I don't just call people my friends if you're not actually my friend. You know, so getting into the house, I was open to meeting people. And then I had a few connections with Victoria. You know, Victoria is very calm, very soft baby, you know, she doesn't have stress. And then I was even surprised the day she was vulnerable to me. That was kind of, you know, a shock because I don't know how and why she saw it. Like, she could think it was me she would like communicate with, you know. And then TJ, I don't know, TJ, I thought me and TJ were very cool because we had some conversations. He was one other person I kind of was getting close to, you know, because whenever I'm sad, he just comes around and like, what's wrong with you? You know, checks up on me. But me and TJ, he's a married man, so of course there was some kind of boundaries and certain things I couldn't tell him. Although yeah, he was at my mercy at any time. Oh, come and like let's communicate, tell me anything, however it is, you know. Then Zinwe, of course you know Zinwe. They're my guys, they're my people, you know. And they're closer to Flora because when I walked into the house, Chinwe saw me and she was like, me and you will get along. So I think that was where we kicked off from. And then I noticed that Flora was now closest to them. I'm very close to her too, you know, but not as much as Flora is. So they're still my guys, like my number one people in the house, you know. Oh, Chinwe, I miss you so much. And then for the rest of the house, too many lies were going on in that house, you know. Ben was using his comic this thing to confuse people, but me, I saw through him. Badiwe twins. Oh. I knew those guys outside their house. They are very bossy and arrogant. But coming into the house, I think I even had that conversation with them one time. And Ozzy came into the kitchen and was asking, oh, how would you see me and all of that. I'm like, Ozzy, you look like the type of person that would actually pick and choose who to communicate with. If the person is not on your level, I don't think you give those kind of people audience. And he was like, no, you can't say that. That is, perception is the evil. You know, so they start speak big English, where. You know, perception is the root of evil. You can, I'm like, Ozzy, I'm not gonna lie. Even the day we won our task, he was like, I'm like, I don't win something. Now you the one tell me how to feel. I don't understand. That even coming into the house, I tell you, say coming into the house is not a win. I'm saying coming into it, it's just like getting a job, and you've been looking for this job for a long time, and you've been employed. Now you can't prove yourself. How do you relate that to not appreciating the fact that you were considered for the job? You know, he always wants it to seem like he's very opinionated, and I'm like that too. But in the house, I decided to let a lot of things go because I didn't want, because of my partner. My partner too, she don't like wahala, you know, she don't like stress, and she was vibing with everybody. So I didn't want that because I knew that a lot of people were going to sabotage our relationship if I was always pushing like wahala every time. So I'm like, let me just calm down, you know, for her to shine as well. Because me, I don't mind being in the low. You make friends. Me, I don't want friends. I have family already. I'm loved at home, you know. And then I had a friend, Mayor.
A friend. So. That's an interesting term.
We'll get to that. Checkers. Those girls. First, when I got into the house, when we had like a task, and I was vulnerable at the time. I couldn't sleep. I was crying all night, you know. And then she happened to be awake, and she saw me, and she was like, "What's wrong with you?" And I told her that I'm trying to write this and it's very difficult. It was about my daughter, and I'm like, my daughter doesn't know this part. I never wanted her to see this part on TV. I would wish I would tell her. And then she was like, tell it, it's your story. There are so many people that will resonate with it. I had this. Then the next thing I was hearing that she was talking rubbish behind. I'm like, this girl. And then there's this thing she was doing around that was really pissing me off, the snail thingy up and down. Come on, you're a very pretty girl. Like, she was one of the girls that would be like, she's very pretty, and you said you're a lawyer. Why not? I know like big English, you understand? But then again, when the Mbadiwe twins came in, they really put up that their lawyer thing. It showed in the task, it showed in their ways of thinking, it showed in every other thing, the way they carry themselves. You can actually tell that, yes, their profession is actually glaring in front of them. But you were not talking about everything shouldn't be sexual at the time, So when she was up, I now noticed that the following week, she was not doing that. But there's just not, this vibe between us was not just there. And then Nelly. Funny enough, I didn't have anything against Nelly. I just noticed that when I hype her, at the time, our first Thursday party, I think it was the first time Mayor just started talking to me. Our first Thursday party, she was just putting up an attitude. I said, I know the farms, you girl. So I told my partner, like, I noticed she's been giving me some sort of vibe that I'm just going to stay on my own because I don't like bad energy, And then it went on and on until I think Mayo had a conversation with her, and then she opened up and like I was giving her attitude. I'm like, why would I give you attitude? The man that likes you like me. I kept even asking him, if there's somebody you really like and you want to be with, go for it, because I don't want a situation where I'm having some sort of energy with somebody because of you. I want to respect the other woman and set boundaries. You get? Then for Sean, please, I have nothing to say to that one. And then Radicals. Mickey. I kind of like Mickey. I don't know what he's up to because he's been giving me some green lights. But I kind of like Mickey because our stories resonate. He's from a background where he has to provide, and I know how that can be. So the first time I listened to his story, I just liked him because I could resonate with him that this is where we found ourselves and we picked up ourselves and we're doing good. I'm really proud of him. He's one person I'm actually also rooting for and hoping that he goes far.
All right. So people would say your exit is one of the most iconic ones in the history of the show, all 9 seasons. Yeah, and one thing we noticed that you shunned the twins, the Mbadiwe twins, when they wanted to come say their goodbyes. Why was that quickly?
Because it was all fake love. All of the nights I go vote me. You won't come hug me. I don't understand. I don't do that. I don't kiss asses. So don't do that with me. What are you trying to do? Because I saw them do it with Tammy, when Tammy and the other girls were up. And I'm like, everybody was like, I don't have a connection with them. I don't have a connection with them. I'm like, okay, these girls did not come to talk to you. Did you try to meet them and have conversations with them, or you're just judging it based on how you feel? I thought this show was for you to come into the house, get to meet people. Then if there's no connection, fine. For me, I picked checkers because I was irritated by them. And one thing Chizoba did that was really irritating me was anytime you want to like have a conversation, they'll first look around for cameras. Mbadiwe twins too did that, so that was why I even stopped having conversations with them. They look around the cameras and then they're very logical with their conversations. There was a day Fleur actually told me that DJ Flo, told me that there was a day they were having conversations and she was just there, and they asked Mbadiwe twins, "What do you think about anklet?" What is wrong with that conversation rather? And what was her name again?
Chizoba?
What was her name again? She was Chizoba, yes. Chizoba was like, don't answer that. And Flora was like, why did you tell her not to answer that? Tell him not to answer that. And she was like, that's how we look out for each other. And then there was another conversation that had to do with our contract. And me and Chinwe were just talking about it. She didn't say anything, no. When we finished, she now came and tried to instigate that conversation. I just noticed and I asked her back the question. Then she was like, she walked away. I'm like, when I now turned, the camera was on us. So I'm like, really? You know, and then with her sister with the snail thing. So me, I was like, I'm not being biased. I've had conversations with you people. I'm not cool with you, and that's the people I'm going to pick. But everybody in the house said no, and they should pick this Dami because they've not really like had conversations with them. I thought it was not fair. I did not mention their name, even when I had a problem with Dami. I didn't mention her name. I allowed DJ Flo to do that, you know. And when she was leaving, I didn't still hug her because in my head, when I saw people hugging them, I'm like, this house, I know it's a game, but if you know you did something, sit back. If I vote you, I will not stand up and hug you. I will stand on business. So you don't go in there, vote me, and come out and hug me. The only people I hugged were the people that were standing, and then Victoria herself, I almost shunned her, but when I turned and I saw it was her, I went back to her. When I saw somebody with, please.
All right. So one thing you said during the course of the show, you said that you were just using Mayor Floruish for the game. But is that still the case, or did you eventually develop feelings for him?
I was not using Mayor Floruish. I wasn't using Mayor Floruish. So what even happened was, my relationship with Mayor Floruish was, there was an underlying understanding between us, mutual agreement between the two of us, because going into the house, I didn't want commitment, but then again, I'm selfish, I know. I wanted all the forehead kisses and the cuddles, the play. And then I asked him over time, because when I noticed that he was being intentional, bringing me breakfast, saving food for me, I asked him, because me, I'm one person that I don't assume things. I ask you straight. So if this is what it is, we'll lay out all the cards on the table. You know, so for Mayor, I asked him that night, you've been intentional for some days now. What do you want? And he was like, oh, he's just trying. So I'm like, take your time, you know, because I see that you're moving with other people. Take your time, because Biggie could just bring some other people and you feel like you vibe more with the next person, or I vibe more, and we just got into the house, so I don't want a quick thing, you know. And then the age difference between us. Of course, I know how Nigerians can be, you know. Plus, I also dated a younger guy. That was my last relationship, so I was very skeptical about it. But Mayor is very mature in some cases. He's very mature, he's very smart, he's someone that understands me, even when we just met. You know, even when we are fighting, he looks out for me. So I didn't use Mayor at all. We had an understanding that people in the house did not know about, because we decided not to tell people in the house, you know. Because there are times he was using me to poke Nelly, you know. Because I noticed every time Nelly would just be staring, she would be peeping at us. They say they sweet me, because not be say na relationship we they do. Both of us know what they do, you know, but the people in the house did not get it. They're like, we are falling in love, or maybe I'm trying to get a ship. No, I was just trying to get some cuddles, because Biggie's house is very cold.
Yeah, we've heard.
You know, so.
All right, so what do you think about the love triangle between yourself, Mayor Floruish, and Nelly? Do you think there was a love triangle?
There's no love triangle there. There's no triangle there.
What would you describe it as?
Like I said earlier, I think it's the house that is, me and Mayor were not in a relationship. We're having fun while it lasts. So there's no triangle. If he still wants to go for Nelly outside the house, that's cool. I'm good with it, because I actually told him, if there's somebody you like, I don't know if you guys had this conversation, if there's somebody you like in the house, we could still be stealing kisses somewhere, you know, as long as she will not feel disrespected. You know, I go for what I want, you know, regardless. I know that I wouldn't want to hold him down. Just imagine that Nelly loves him and I'm trying to know. If Nelly loves him and I know that, I'll give them space if he wants me to give them space. But if he says we are cool, we can just be stealing kisses and all, why not?
Right. We've been having, a lot of serious conversations, so let's have some fun.
Oh,
All right,
nice.
so there's
I
a
can't
basket
wait.
in front of you with papers inside. Those papers are questions. You have 30 seconds to answer as many questions as you can.
Okay,
All
let's
right.
start.
Your time starts now.
Okay. How many days are in a leap year? How many days? How many days? No, I don't know. How many days? What do you call a group of wolves? A group of pack? I don't know. This question was hard though. What is an 8-side shape called?
Time up. No.
No. Never even read questions. But these questions are hard now.
Don't worry, we'll give you easier questions. Let's move on to fan zone. Here are questions and comments from your fans.
Okay.
All right, from Ann_now Bella11 on Instagram says, no questions, hon. Just tell her I said she's a real queen. Give her the whole garden for me, not just a flower, but a whole effing garden. A queen and more. They love you out here.
Oh, I didn't know that. I even thought I did something wrong. But when I came outside, I said,
All right. So at Adeli Ari 14245 on Twitter asks, how do you feel knowing you are the queen of highlights for this season so far?
Baby, I don't know how to express it, but I love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you for not being fake. We don't kiss asses. We hit it as it comes. Girl, that's you.
All right, so at Jen KNI has a question for you. Why didn't you tell Chinwe earlier about the jewelry box?
I didn't know it was for her. I actually saw it on my box, but I didn't know it was for her. So when it was 2 days after I saw it that I just saw it on my box because Nelly's box is next to mine. And sometimes she leaves some of her stuffs on my box. And me too, I could leave mine, but we'll just have to like pick it up and drop it for each other, So when I saw that stuff, I actually thought it was for her. I didn't even open it. I didn't even check. I just knew it was a red, small pouch or something. So I just carried, I didn't even touch it. Did I even touch it? I just saw it there. Then 2 days later, I heard Chinwe screaming at night that her stuff was missing. Because I was sitting with Mayor. Mayor was like, he also saw it too, but we didn't know it was for this person. I thought it was for Nelly. So when I went upstairs, you know how Chinwe can be when she's upset. Don't talk to her that time, leave her alone, So, but when I asked her, she was like, oh, she was like, dead it. I'm like, that's fine. So I didn't know it was for her, actually. If I did, I would protect her.
All right. So in conclusion, if you could go back to the house, what would you do differently?
I went into the house being my real self, and I think that doesn't fly. But then again, I'll go back into the house and be my actual real self because I think I compromised a lot because of my partner. And I kept telling her, she even knows that if it was just me that went into that house, I'm sure the internet would have been buzzing every 2 days because I react to bullshit 0.00 seconds. So I think if I go back into the house, I will be my actual self. And not.
All right. So we want to give you the opportunity to send a message that a housemate would, watch or listen to. Who was a housemate? What do you want to tell them?
Hello, housemate WanniXHandi. So because today is Monday, I'm going to sing you a song. I'm not going to make it easy on my haters. You will have luck because I told Biggie that if I survive or when I survive that Sunday, he should just keep like 7 ninjas to the right and 7 ninjas to the left because his house will be on fire. But then again, I'm too classy to be an evil bitch. So Anyways, I'm sending love and light.
After that, love and light.
People I love, yeah.
All right, so who are you rooting for to take the money home?
Chinwe, because I know that it's not easy for them in there. But then again, Kelly Ray, they're my guys actually. Kelly Ray is my guy, my actual guy. Because I remember when I had like an issue with Mayor, even before Mayor even confessed to me, he just called me and like, guy, just maintain your class. You know, see, be classy girl, just maintain your steez and composure, you know, don't react, you know. So I'm rooting because my name is Ruth. So I am rooting for two people. That is Chinwe's Zinwei and Double K.
Thank you so much. That's all we have for you today. It's been a very, very interesting conversation. We wish you all the luck there is in the world. Go out there and kill it. Boom.
Cool.